Bellevue East just 2-4. So maybe you're thinking, oh, this won't be a good game. But then you look a little closer and you realize how close these guys have been to getting some wins and also how they go about playing football. This is a football purist dream game tonight.
It is a dream game, Mark, and I'm going to take a page out of Damon Benning's book and say it's going to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. It's a backyard brawl. It's whatever you want to call it. Again, you can throw out the records. Bryan is going to run a true option offense where they're going to ride the fullback. They're going to pitch it off to the tailback and read what the defensive end is doing. And you're going to have Bellevue East running the wingback formation. So it's old school football.
And it's could be the fastest game in Class A history, according to one of the assistant coaches that we were talking to before the game.
Your team has grown up in a hurry here in Week 7. Everybody seems to forget about Bryan and Bellevue East in this district. We hear a lot about Burke, Millard South, North. A win by your team tonight and next week sets up to be a good matchup. Are your kids dialed in at that scenario?
We've talked to them about it. Kind of the mark of our program is that we want to be playing for the playoffs at the end of the year, and we've done it 8 out of 10 times. If you win that last game, you go to the playoffs, and so that's what we've kind of been promoting to them. And if we win this game tonight, it really helps us do that.
A guy that can play an instrumental role in helping you get that W is number 43, Josh Belt. We saw him late in the game in the opener against Bellevue West. He's made tremendous strides. He's now become your workhorse. Talk a little bit about number 43.
What Josh has provided for us, he's been working hard in the weight room, and he's recovered from ankle calf injury that he had late in the summer. And with his health returning, we've been able to give him the ball anywhere from 15 to 25 times a game.
Recipe for success.
Might be.
Coach, best of wishes to you.
Thank you very much. Good seeing you.
Guys, classic district matchup. Bellevue East, Bryan. Should be a good one.
Control of the ball.
Now let's get a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by Fernando's Cafe and Cantina. Townsend, Belt, and Cutler and Sims are in the backfield. Smith and Sailors, the tight ends. Here's a look at the offensive line tonight. Bland, Burton, Stewart, Lucid, and Hess. We're going to look at the defensive lineups here in a moment.
And Mark, what we're going to see out of this Bellevue East offense is a lot of misdirection. When you run a wing T style offense, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the line flowing right and wing backs coming left and running backs going right and you name it, you have no idea. It just breeds confusion back there in the backfield, and you're going to see a lot to Ronell Cutler and Josh Belt.
And there's a double handoff, and it ends up being a first down. We just talked about the misdirection, Aaron, and we saw 2 handoffs on that one little series, and pushing it across for a first down for Bellevue East, Cole Teaser. Be a 3rd down and 4. Well, here we go. There's the defensive line. Smith and Bland are the ends, Lucid and Tiller the tackles. Toss play right side. Graven short. He's tripped up in the backfield. Tony Bland coming in and making the hit. Bland did not draw the start the first time we saw these guys against Bellevue West, but now one of the starters. Good penetration.
Yeah, going to have a 3 and out for this Bellevue East defense and trying to set the tone early up in the trenches. You saw a couple of option plays from Omaha Bryan, which obviously that doesn't confuse us by any means up here in the booth, Mark, and
making the hit. They try Belt again on 3rd down. Belt with a little bit of room, lowering his shoulder and picking up a first down for the Chieftains. Another thing you notice is, in the modern age of football, we're seeing a lot of spread offenses, Aaron. We're seeing a lot of people spread it out with 3, 4, sometimes 5 wide, empty backfields, but there is a large faction of fans that still enjoy this type of football. And this is the type of football that Bellevue East fans, and previous to that, Bellevue High fans have been watching since the 70s, and they love it.
Well, you can consider me one of those, part of that faction of fans that you talked about, Mark. I like it. It's just getting out there and being more physical, being tough, and trying to outlast your opponent throughout the whole game.
There's Ronell Cutler on first. They need a couple of yards. They'd like to think they can get it. They try it with Belt again. He's got it and then some. Into the secondary. Gets rung up as soon as...
You'll see 4 or 5 Bellevue East Chieftains just leading Josh Belt right there. You got 3 guys right there just moving the line of scrimmage back. I mean, absolutely, and that's what you want to do with this style of offense for both teams is sit there and wear out the defense. It's a game of attrition, and You know, on the third down, you ought to get a first down.
There's a throw by Townsend, another catch by Sailors. Impressive grab. Had to go up for it and adjust. Pickup of about 4 yards. It'll bring up a third down and short. Second completion to Sailors. Pretty well put together kid. Good hands. He's got the Jeremy Shockey hair, and he plays tight end.
He's looking good with the hair hanging out. Ball game. You know, the wing T formation, Mark. Absolutely, and a third down and 3, and that pass play right there, Mark, is indicative of a run. It's basically a run, and you know, if they can get 3 yards a pop on every play, that's what Coach LaBelle's looking for.
There's Ronell Cutler. He's got a lane, and he's got a touchdown for Bellevue East.
And did he ever have a lane?
Boy, there was nobody within 5 yards of the guy at any point during that play.
Absolutely not. And I tell you what, Mark, that's what you want to do. You just want to keep pounding and pounding at the defense, and eventually a hole's going to open up, whether the defense is over pursuing or they're not running the right technique or filling their proper gaps. And exactly like on that play, Ronell Cutler, as we'll see here on the replay in a bit, just a wide open hole, and we had a perfect angle from where we're sitting.
Kind of defensive prowess. That's a team to be reckoned with in District 5.
There's your replay. Look at that. 2 linemen right there pulling. Matt Lucid and Brian Hess leading Ronell Cutler. Not Omaha Bryan's fault by any means. You know, their defense just needs to get a stop. They need to get their offense out there.
Ryan Thomas breaking free. Thomas to the 10, and he's in there for the score.
Hey guys, get broke up.
They need to keep that defense on the sidelines to get some reps. Get some rest.
Option pitch to Graven Shore.
But it's so quick hitting. You know, the lanes open up that much quicker, and you hope you can get an over pursuing defense.
Graven Shore on third down. Tell you what, there is a storm brewing at Omaha Bryan. Play action. We'll tell you about it in a second. Fronican can't get anywhere. Bellevue East converging on the quarterback. Big Spencer Tiller coming in, making the stop, along with Jeff Marlowe.
Change the snap count in the middle of a game like this, in the heat of battle, and your offense just sits there and they hold their water, as coaches like to say, and not jump off sides. And you know, that's when you know you have a well-coached ball team. When they're starting to get tired, they're in the heat of the battle.
Yeah, there is a bit of a wind, which you don't see that often this late at night, but here's Jonathan Sims on the return. Bunch of solid blocks, almost gets tackled by his own guy. Sims, God, a lot of collisions on that play.
A lot of collisions, and Sims showing his great athletic ability. Chieftain's calling a return right on that punt return, and Sims trying his best to get to the wall. He finally makes it. Late fourth quarter.
Bellevue East trying to put together a bookend performance. They owned the beginning of the game, trying to own the end of it here too.
Hold them. I mean, that. I know it sounds.
There's Cutler getting into the end zone. Yes. Touchdown Bellevue East. Touchdown number 2 on the night for Ronell Cutler.
Leading forward, the ball carrier. Last against the ball carrier. Leading forward, the ball carrier. A host of pieces tacklers.
Ace formation. Cronican looking. Pressure comes from Lucid, and Lucid gets the sack. Cronican's dropped back to the 15, and they immediately call a timeout. 28 seconds to go.
Guys, first time that I can remember doing an interview in this precarious position. If you remember in the opener, Bellevue West versus Bellevue East, when Cutler here suffered the sprained ankle, we thought it could have been a little more serious. We said it would be a sad way for this young man to go out after he got off to the quick start against Bellevue West. Here he is again. Heck of a performance. Ronell, talk about what you're able to do out there tonight.
I'm just trying to, get the yards, make my team better. Coaches want me to go in there and run that ball hard. I'll do it for them. I'm here for them, baby.
Guys, he showed a lot of toughness, small in stature, able to run inside, outside, total package, fought for the touchdown at the end of the game. Talk a little bit about that touchdown winning run.
It was there. That hole was there. I just had to muscle my way in there for that last guy, and I did it.
Big win for you guys, setting up a shot at districts next week with a big game. You think you're going to be ready?
Yeah, we'll be ready. We're going to work hard.
Guys, extra gutty performance. Big-time player. We saw him in the making in Game 1 against Bellevue West. Here in Week 7, he's improved that much more.
All right, Damon, nice job. And you got to like Ronell Cutler's response there. Hey, if they want me to run it hard, I'm there for them, baby.
Absolutely. And you got to like that attitude. And he was showing that down on the field, Mark. And Bellevue East and Coastal Bell and his team is exciting. Now, I like seeing that little wing T formation, and it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust and 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and I like that. That's grinding football for me as an offensive lineman like that. I don't know about this guy right here, but